Hi guys, Ollie le Roux here, and today we got a question. How do you break the world record for the biggest braai? Obviously in South Africa, and we got some specialists that's going to explain how it works. On my right here, I've got Ben, and he's a podcast specialist that's going to show you how. Then we've got Dylan, and he's from Big Save. We need big sponsors for big braais, and then obviously we got Rob 007, the naughty one in the bunch. And they're going to explain to you how this works. Enjoy. Lovely. So we have Dylan from Big Save here that's got a big dream to break a big world record. Please tell us how you're going to do this.
Sure. So just a little backstory. I work for a company called Big Save. I'm the head of marketing for the company, and essentially my role is just to do things as big and bold as humanly possible. Just a little story about the brand in general. We started in 1989, well before my time. But we've been trading for over 35 years. We had our 35-year anniversary last year. We are in the FMCG space, so retail, wholesale, liquor, all that weird and wonderful stuff. We are mostly in the township areas, so Lower Alice M Trade, Mamelodi, Hammanskraal, Mabopane, areas like that. And we service a wide range of people, like I said, retail and wholesale. The wholesale gets distributed across not just Gauteng, but into Limpopo as well. Sometimes goes deep as Northwest and in Mpumalanga. So we've got a nice wide reach, big relationship with all of our suppliers. And I just had an idea of doing something huge, right? So my biggest problem with our brand is that people only knew us in the direct vicinity that we were at. So if you were within 10 Ks or 5 Ks of our store, you knew of our brand. But if you hadn't been in that area, you had no idea what the logo was. You didn't know what the name was. You had never heard of it before. And I obviously wanted to change that. So here I am at midnight, busy scrolling through my computer, trying to find something grand to do. And I thought, you know what? Let's break a world record. So I'm checking what we can possibly do. And I see something relating to braai. And I see that the current people who own this record is Japan.
That's wrong.
Japan.
Yeah, that's wrong.
And I'm like, no, man. That doesn't make any sense. We went to their country. We beat them in rugby, and now they're gonna take braai from us. You know what I mean? So I obviously was like, no. This is what we're gonna do. The current record, 2,220 people. That's what we're trying to beat.
Not a big space if it's Japan.
No.
The rest of them are braaiing it.
Exactly. So I figured on Heritage Day there were gonna be probably more than 2,500 people braaiing anyway. Across the country.
Okay, sorry. So that's the record, right? When you say we're braaiing with 2,200 people, that's people who are going to eat or people who are actually turning face?
People physically turning at the same time.
Okay, gotcha.
So, actually, a lot of people are asking me this. What exactly does it mean? Because I think some people, when they heard world's biggest braai, they mean the actual braai itself.
But what are the parameters?
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm expecting massive grills. Okay, so now we know what the parameters
Yeah. So essentially how it works is you've got each person needs to physically be standing there flipping something. It can be anything. It can be a piece of meat. It can be a vegetable society stick, which I don't think anybody is going to... No, not quite this Not in South Africa, no.
It could probably be the Indian type.
There you go. That could be.
So the rule is we need to have every single person physically cooking, flipping the piece of meat at the same time for a minimum of 5 minutes. So that's sort of the rule that we have, right? They can go over, but for at least 5 minutes, all 2,500 people need to be... Oh, and that's my phone.
Amateur. This is amateur hour.
Amateur hour.
Oh, we're going to get 2,500 phone calls in this time. Breaking other world records. That's right.
A few moments later.
Everybody's flipping for 5 minutes. So what we did was instead of having everybody at their own individual braai stand, because that's obviously an absurd amount of braais, we decided we were going to do 6 people around one braai. So we got the braais custom made. They're a decent size that fits 6 people around. So if each person kind of stands around like that. So we're going to have 420 braais at Loftus Park.
Wow.
All filled up in the parking lots, all lit at the same time. And yeah, it's going to be absolutely insane.
So we get this clear, right? So you're having the world's biggest braai at Loftus.
That's it.
I mean, that's written in the wind somewhere, and someone's
100%.
like,
100%.
I mean, that is one of the. It's destiny. It's destiny.
Everyone that's parked their bucky, random places, Park Street, Girls High, everywhere, and you're just putting them in the same.
I'm telling you.
And a clever thing, so it's all taking place at Loftus.
Yeah. So it's taking place at Loftus. We're obviously got a bunch of performers and stuff that are performing afterwards. So what we wanted to do was obviously have the braai, but then we don't want to get everybody pumped up and excited about this whole record that's taking place and then say, all right, you can all go home now. So we decided we wanted to do a full-on sort of music festival afterwards, right? So we're going to get everybody to come up. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be beer garden, obviously. There's going to be a stage with performers. We've got Mikasa. We've got Lee Cole. We've got Bushle G, Kurt Darren, Biggie. Just a bunch of really awesome South African performers that's just going to bring in the record as we break it.
But you mentioned that it's taking place on Braai Day, so that's the 24th of September.
24th of September, Heritage Day. And yeah, for me, I mean, we are the braai capital of the world.
Absolutely.
Right,
I'm
so-
still offended that we don't have this record already.
No, it's ridiculous.
And I wonder if you guys really have the demographic.
Do you know what? People have probably done it already. It just wasn't documented.
100%, but that would have been my first question. It's like, I know Ollie le Roux, and Ollie le Roux is a famous guy. So, like, in Bloem, I'm sure he's had one of his own braais. Like,
Yeah, you have more than 2,500 people yourself.
okay, so we're going to break the world record. That's a fact.
That's a fact. It's done. That's why I've actually stopped saying, you know, a lot of people speak to me about it, and I always say I started saying we're going to attempt to break. And now I'm just saying we're going to break the world record.
Yeah, I mean, that's
on
like
the
saying I'm
24th.
going to Loftus Club, might watch rugby. Like,
No, you're going to
it's
watch
gonna
rugby.
happen.
It's going to
It's
happen.
exactly the same with the
Absolutely.
braai.
Exactly, but is it open to anyone? Is
So-
anyone allowed to join?
Anybody can
Do you
come.
need to buy tickets?
You
How
can
does
buy
it work?
tickets on Howler. So if you go onto Howler, you can buy the tickets there. They are $200. For that $200, you're gonna arrive. Obviously, have full access to the entire music festival, so you can stay there for the entire day and enjoy. You also get a portion of horse that's gonna be given to you. You get a branded apron. So it's gonna have all the brands that are involved with us on the apron. So we've got some pretty awesome partners that are joining us as well. The 5 main ones that we have is obviously Castle Lager. We've got Simba Chips. We've got Pepsi. So we're going to be drinking brandy and Pepsis. Just make sure you've got
Yeah,
the...
doable. Hey, yeah. Look, I'm ready in.
It's well planned out. I'll tell you one thing. You're a golfer. You're a keen golfer. Big Save have done golf days. I've been to them. They don't do anything small. I mean, it's in the name. It's big. And that's exactly what you guys are mimicking for this.
No,
24th of September.
absolutely. So it's gonna be huge. We've got White Star heavily involved as well. We've got All Gold to do all the sauces and stuff like that. So yeah, we've tried to make this as massive as possible. I was actually saying to Ben before we started that this has outgrown sort of any expectation that I had when I first wanted to do this, because it became something so much bigger. And I always had high hopes for this. I just was hoping that other people would see it as well. Because my biggest worry was that, you know, I'm going to pitch this to all these different brands and to everybody, and no one was really going to back that it was going to happen, which was the case in the beginning, to be honest with you. I mean, even with my superiors, I sat down with them in a boardroom and I said, I'm going to break a world record for 2,500 people braaiing in one place. And the response I got was very much like, okay, cool. Go do it. Yeah, go do it.
Go for it.
But now, Carl, what's the long-term play here? I mean, do we then challenge Japan to now try raise the bar again, and we make a bit of a back and forth going here?
I mean, that would be awesome, because I can guarantee you will continue breaking it.
Well, that's the thing. Can we challenge the New Zealanders because we like beating them in finals anyway?
There you go.
I think this is cool, because now we can challenge other countries. It's like, guys, if you think you can beat us, can't beat us at rugby. Can you beat us at braaiing?
And you know what, at sporting in general for South Africa, I mean, recently we have just been absolutely cleaning up. The Proteas just won the
100%.
World Championships. We got Aldrich Potgieter, 20 years old, just won his first PGA Championship event. We've got the runners are killing it.
Strongest man in the world, Reina now.
Strongest man.
Drickus du Plessis. We
Drickus
got it
about
all.
to defend
You know
his
what I mean?
title.
So it's also another thing that I'm trying to get this record to be a part of is it's almost giving a very sport orientated vibe.
And that's what we do when we get together on Saturdays. I mean, for any sporting occasion, even on a Sunday morning when Drickus is fighting, you got the braai going. You know, whether it's a breakfast braai, whether it's a lunchtime braai, whether it's a big braai.
Absolutely. I mean, the last time
That's
he
what we're
fought,
about, you know.
the
That's-
GOAT, I
that's
think,
South
was
African.
open the whole night.
That's right. We open. It's my place. Yeah.
Oh, is it yours? Ah, look at that. Well, that was epic, dude.
That's where I recognize you from. Oh, so we've actually showed all the Drickus fights, and that to us is just a give back. You can't sell alcohol at 5 a.m, but you have to support your
Yes.
fighter. You have to support
Yes.
South Africa. And like this, you have to support on the 24th of September, the biggest braai ever. So if you haven't been part of anything that's been the biggest ever, I mean, I've never been the biggest at anything. I mean, like, but you know, not really, not really. But on that note, though, I mean, we're talking meat. On that note, Ollie le Roux, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, look at the man. He dropped the Backstreet Boy. Look at him. I was trying to find Ollie in the space. Where's the man? He's now a TV presenter. Catch him on Top Billing. He will be on SABC3.
Come on.
Incredible. And that's just from eating meat, right? That's
Eating meat, my friend. Yeah.
There you go.
We have to.
100%.
Creatine works for the muscles. And,
Exactly. And
full-time diet.
and also the brain. But getting back to your point there is that when we go watch rugby, I mean, Ollie, like when you were out there on the field, Oaks like Robbie and Carl and I, we were always watching, and that was part of our Saturday. But that was the ceiling, right? We had a few beers, we watched the game, that was it. Whereas now we can actually participate in the world record. So we can actually be the players almost, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
The question would be, if you would scale it, would you then say, okay, let's have the original braai venue for the world record, which is Loftus, but then we have one, say, in Bloemfontein, and if we do it like that, it have to be on the
See,
same
he's adamant that Blum's going to win this. He wants.
We have to take stuff back to the central.
Braaiing's coming home.
You know what? I've gotten this question from a few people, and also a thing of, you know, is this going to become an annual thing? And I keep saying, let's just do one. Let me figure it out. Let me actually do it. Let's break the record. Let's get everything done, and then absolutely. I mean, just the thing of, there's probably a secondary record as well, which is,
I reckon we can create secondary, third, whatever. We can create world's biggest braai, world's biggest collection of charcoal. I mean, we cannot
most
stop
amounts
it.
of Boris eaten.
As a castle draft, and they down it in that 5 minutes they're braaiing. There must be some record in that as well, because braai beer goes well, you know. And I'm sure some brandy will climb on board as well.
No, absolutely. Look, I'm a little worried that you're gonna have a group of people who are already too drunk to even flip their horse. To be honest,
Probably not Pretoria. You don't have that. The only thing you're gonna have in Pretoria is, look, it might be a daytime event, but ons gaan eers 11 uur die aand eet. You know what I mean? Liefie, haal die vleis uit, ons gaan nou braai. It's not like it's
Because we're
it's a
basically
timing thing, I guess.
we're basically on a precursor here for the Braai Olympics. This is where I see it going.
I like that. I like
can have
that.
the five-
Especially with the addition of
Because
the
we
beer.
have
I
the
like
five
that.
rings made out of horse.
actually,
This is 'cause-
no,
Look at
absolutely, 100%,
Oh, you get a guy like Casper involved.
2,500 pounds.
2,500 pieces of horse.
And
So
about 200 grams a piece.
each person's So
That's
each
about 1.5 tons. That's insane.
no, it's gonna be big. We've
So
got
all of it, and just a question on that note, nothing's going to waste, eh? We're not
no.
gonna,
So
all gonna
everybody's
get eaten.
everybody's
Dude,
gonna
have you
eat
seen Oaks
what they've cooked.
drinking brandy and eating? Nothing goes to waste. I've never seen a borie roll go that.
No, never.
Unacceptable.
I mean, the guys are all gonna eat what they've cooked themselves. So you'll get your portion. You'll make it. The guys are gonna come around. They're gonna give you a roll. You're gonna pop it on. All Gold's gonna be there to assist with the tomato sauce, and then you smash it.
It's a great alignment of brands you've got there. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
No, it's awesome.
It's
And-
impressive to do this. I don't think people understand. But dude, you've saddled up a couple of big horses here. Woohoo! And you need to collaborate for that. So well done. Well
Yeah,
done.
100%. I mean, look, an event like this is not cheap. I can tell you guys
Look,
that.
he's only saying well done now because he's about to become your competitor in the Free State. That's the only reason he's little buddy
Yeah,
buddy.
he's planning. I can see that's why you're asking all your questions. Your brain is ticking.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, what am I gonna do next year to beat this guy?
Hey guys, all this talking about braaiing has given me a big hunger. So I think I'm going to put the booties on, start the challenge.
Let's do it.
Oh, look at this meat. Looks funny, but I like to pat the excess water off it. It just works for me.
So yeah, that's about it. Breaking a world record at Loftus, 2,500 people. There we go.
So look, we're obviously going to break this record, right? So now is the first play after that to taunt Japan to get them to kind of like respond? Do we take it to other countries? Because we obviously will beat New Zealand in this as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the idea. So yeah, we've obviously got a lot of really awesome sponsors that are going to be joining us. Pepsi being one of them. So for the day, we're drinking brandy and Pepsi, which is going to be...
I'm not going to lie. I don't think for Pretoria that'll be a problem.
We were talking about horse for that long, but it's already ready.
Yeah, it's already right. I put it on a little bit earlier because we want to make sure it's ready.
Oh, that's freaking.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to the Big Safe Braai World Championships, world record coming up.
Small tip we did get from Ollie earlier. Jy dab hom so met 'n tissue vir die tyd.
Yeah, just take serviette or something. Just take the water off the skin. Otherwise, it doesn't get nice and crispy sometimes. I learned that from an old friend of mine, Chris Kleinans, an old hunter there in the Free State. So they know. They've like
growing up English. I never learned that.
No
one ever told me.
The language, no, they don't.
But this
record will be taken to Bloemfontein sooner rather than later.
Daar gaan ons braai.
Daar gaan ons braai, man.
That's part of it.
The fucking legend.
Yeah, ready. There you go. Help yourself. Thank you.
That's right.
And remember, guys, come hungry. Cheers. Thank you.
That's a world record in itself, man. Oh,
Very good.
okay. Maar het lekker wel. Big Safe, big world records. See you on the 24th of September.